meta with some crazy extensions and like showing off how good he is in advantage with a character like Isabelle, which is kind of ridiculous, but you really get to know how good Isabelle's up tilt is when you're playing against Zercon. And on top of the rather annoying tools of Slingshot and of Pocket, I mean, look at that up tilt, man, it's so good.
Yeah, and I believe that Isabelle actually got some buffs in the most recent patch as well, if I'm not mistaken. But they've received some buffs here and there as time has gone on. But honestly, pretty solid character. Definitely not among, like, you know, the best of the best by any means. But they've got a lot of tools to really wall out characters of any tier, honestly. It just depends on how you feel about it, how comfortable you are in this matchup. And it looks like we're going to be getting the Isabelle squeaky hammer wobble. They messed up just a little bit, and Gen found their way out.
Oh my, you mess up the timing just once, but hey, while it didn't end in a usual finisher like F tilt or down smash, it's at 98 off of a little squeaky hammer toy.
Yep.
Smash Ultimate.
Yes, it is Smash Ultimate. That's definitely one way to put it. The greatest crossover game of all time. But yeah, just barely missing that up smash too. Could have been huge. Did find a way to get that up air. And again, putting down all this pressure onto Gen is actually pretty damn huge right now. All considering, you know, Palutena doesn't necessarily struggle too hard with a lot of characters here.
Oh, he's able to find the nair into the up tilt skill. Great DI from Zercon as he air dodges through it, looking to challenge, and the get up attack gets him through that as well. But this is where Palutena and Gen's Palutena really makes its money. Gen has the eternal patience in the playstyle just to hold steady against so much onslaught and so many different flavors of zoner that can come out of New York and just in general Tri-State. So he's seen them all, and he's able to play around it so effectively. Get that F to a quick move to catch the burst option coming out from Gen. We're back to even. These nair chains and up air, that's the Palutena classic. Get off to an early lead and suffocate from there.
Hey, you made a very good point there talking about the zoners from New York, man.
Oh yeah.
that is almost like an understatement at this point. With how much you have to go through, yeah, Gen definitely, you have to have the patience to play consistently in that type of region, especially at a high level like Gen does. And, you know, off to a pretty hot start for the most part. Mr.Zercon was able to get that stock right back not too much longer, and still a relatively even game. Mr.Zercon still doing a good job of, again, poking and not getting too upset with Palutena. Really just kind of stopping Palutena from doing Palutena things.
Yeah, Palutena feels like, at least the character was and maybe still is just, yeah, stomping on all the mid-tiers character. Yeah, here we have often players agree, an often player agreed low tier. Just Zercon knows the counterplay, knows how to play around both Palutena and seemingly Gen, slowly but surely, effectively get that explosive flame placed just right for Gen, holding on to that lead ever so slightly. Now let's see what he can do, just trying to show off that patience a little bit. Great evasion, able to jump away after the teleport cancel.
Yeah, and there we go. We got Mr.Zercon falling down with the back air, just trying to find a way to take the stock out, trying to set up that Lloyd Rocket as well as a potential trap situation. Somehow is able to get the fishing hook to connect, tossing them all the way to the blast zone. Great stuff. But now you got to try and stop this Palutena. Gonna get one nair into an up air. That's quite a bit of damage. Dangerous spot to be in.
87 is just great advantage finding that lead. Let's see if we can get a ledge spot. Oh, an awkward teleport, and that gives Mr.Zercon the opening. Don't lose your jump.
Ooh, that was really smart, actually recovering above the ledge, not trying to go to the ledge itself, because Mr.Zercon was there with an active hitbox, attempting to get the 2-frame, but it really just took one small incident, and all of a sudden, Gen is, I mean, they still got the lead. Oh, wow, it's only 0.5% difference, but still, they're in a lot of trouble here, because Mr.Zercon has so much momentum behind him now, that really, you can't be affording to make any more mistakes after this.
That's what I mean. He makes it feel terrible, just how good Isabelle's advantage in ledge trapping is. It's really unseen how he develops the character, much different from many Isabelle and Villager players, the players that are left, trying to use all of Gen's mix-ups to keep this going. The deep explosive flame, but still surviving, even with that nair across stage isn't going to do it. Gen really looking for that back throw now.
Uh-oh. Okay, a little bit of a scary situation. I feel like Gen's definitely trying to find a grab into a back throw in some place. Oh, God, the back throw, though, from Mr.Zercon. Not going to be enough, even though we saw the kill screen. Definitely trying to get that fishing pole in the plate. Barely missing on that.
God, Gen is just stuck in this corner. He's been stuck here basically the entire stock. It's so narrow how close he can find this win. Looking for the overcommitment from Zercon, but not giving it to him. The percent folds back into Zercon's favor as he tries to hold on to ledge. It's a great teleport to center, puts him back at neutral. Oh, another one!
But not for too much longer. That back throw is going to be enough there. And Mr.Zercon popping off a little bit here for game one. And honestly, like, hey, they played that super well. They took their time. They didn't push anything more than they really needed to. And what I really want to point out here is the Lloyd Rocket setup that they were going for at the end. It allowed them to just control so much space, right? Because Isabelle can harass if you just get up, right? They can jump up to try and meet you at the platform with their up air or neutral air. And they were just looking for Jen to just stand up to potentially get a physical rod, which would have absolutely taken out that stock, thrown in any direction. Maybe not back, but I think any other direction would have been able to kill them for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a tough spot to be in for Jen for sure. They just, I mean, you're really a rocket in a hard place, but now he's trying to reverse and give a little reversal of fortune in this game too, starting off just how Palutena can, but Zercon looking like he's much more comfortable getting out of Jen's setups. Yeah, single hits are all Jen seems to be getting, and while they're good damage, Zercon is able to find just a little bit more.
Okay, but here we go. All right, it has the Lloyd Rocket set up too. I think they're just trying to find a way. Yep, gonna end up popping it there, trying to see if they can catch Jen, but Jen just being a little too agile to get caught up in that mess. And there we go. Oh, Mr.Zercon was ready for that teleport ledge cancel and just barely missing the up air. Could have been a dangerous spot in a situation like that. A setup like that will be able to take out the first stock. Great stuff for Mr.Zercon to start off here and keep this momentum going. Jeez.
Oh, and I love the up smash, and he still look for the tech chase on the platform because of it. It's the little things. It's the little things that can make a whole lot of difference. And Zercon is oftentimes using those little things like timing to really change up how Jen approaches the slingshot. Yet this back throw, Isabelle is surviving just that extra little bit. Still surviving. Oh my god, the great DI from Zercon.
Yeah, no, just good stuff in general. Okay, trying to keep that pressure up. Look at this extra damage here. Nice little setup into the squeaky hammer, up tilt, up air. Just putting down enough damage. And look at this harassment, man. These back airs and forward airs from Villager and Isabelle are some of the most annoying things in this game. And also having that Lloyd Rocket set up too, just trying to invite Jen to roll in. And then we just take out more damage. Oh my god. This is not looking good. This is bad.
Not at all. That dash attack still surviving. Great DI again from Zercon. But I love how he's just been able to mix up going in and out with these forward airs and with these back airs. Step forward, step back, and still throwing out the slingshot either way, because you never know when he's going to step forward and hit you with the sweet spot of the slingshot that does kill. Finally taking the stock at 200 and off of that up throw. But hey, if you're killing with up throw as Palutena, there's something wrong.
There is something wrong. It just became one of those situations, the positioning. I mean, forward throw wouldn't have done it from that position on stage. So the up throw, I feel like I'll never see an up throw kill from Palutena ever again. But yeah, it just goes to show how well Mr.Zercon is playing this defensively, staying elusive. Yeah, you are taking some damage here, but you got 200% on one stock. Like, that's actually really ridiculous.
Zercon knows how to keep cool for sure. I mean, we saw what happened in Game 1, and Game 2 just seems to be a result of that. He's figured out what can make Jen tick, and hey, getting Nutriget up into grab is certainly a way to get a player tilted. Looking for the F Smash, that was one of the beneficiaries of the most recent patch. F Smash getting a little bit stronger, I believe, but not able to find its mark here as he pelted him into the Lloyd Rocket. Super clean stuff from Zercon.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta know where your character's at, but all of a sudden we've got Jen with the rampage going on here. They are at 128, but they're able to take 2 stocks in a row. This could be bad news if Mr.Zercon doesn't stop this real quick.
Now we get to see the auto reticle. Jen trying to slow it down just a little bit. Now comes down with Nair and able to chain that further. I love the drag down up air, able to get a little bit more damage. Uh-oh.
Yep, we just saw the attempt at an explosive flame there. Chasing Mr.Zercon way low, and honestly not a bad attempt. Somehow finds her way back to the ledge. Tries to get him with the down tilt as well. The explosive flame won't be able to take the stock. Jen is on the roll. Is that the back throw? Is that going to do it? Oh my god. Coming back from 2 stocks down and getting the reverse 3 stock. Beautiful stuff from Jen.
There were so many amazing traps. Look at him here. Followed the air dodge, followed the drift, and spined that back throw. Just clean baits, going a little bit in, going a little bit out, and always finding just exactly the damage he needed, whether it be off that drag down up air to find dash attack and set up a ledge situation, or looking for just a couple of auto reticles just to make up for just that extra little bit of damage. Jen took what Zercon was giving him and took it all the way to the bank.
And you know what? Hey, even though you lost that first game pretty handedly, right? And you're able to take that second one, it looks like that Gen does start to have a little bit of that momentum behind them, right? It looks like they've got a pretty solid game plan on how they want to be dealing with Mr.Zercon. And as you can see how they've been starting off on this game already, it's looking pretty solid.
Oh, yeah. I guess he just kind of figured out some of the timings from Zercon in that latter half of game 2. Nothing Zercon can't change up as he's been doing so well across this set. Able to get a combo off that dash attack. It's a great teleport mix-up, and Jen is starting to play just a little bit faster and a little bit more firm on when he knows Zercon will be vulnerable.
Okay, good dash attack. Just kind of waiting to see what Mr.Zercon was going to do from ledge. But now you're taking all these little pebbles to the head here. He's just slowly building up this damage. He's got the setup. All right, gets the parry on the forward tilt. Back throw. Is it going to be able to take the stock? No, not yet, but the explosive flame will surely do it for Jen.
And I like that Jen's been adding more of that into his play. I mean, Palutena's edge guarding used to just be like deep back airs or fall down with neutral air and just kind of choose which one to go for. This time, Jen has been really harassing Zercon from a massive distance, whether it be with Explosive Flame or both with Auto Reticle, both on stage and off. It's been very interesting to see how he pushes a character that feels so solved into new territory.
And that was, again, a fantastic recovery from Jen, opting to go right to the platform where Mr.Zercon wasn't ready to cover. And it seemed like he had just about every option covered except that platform. And again, continues to pile on some damage here. Unfortunate, that grab is not as free as it used to be. But Mr.Zercon will take advantage of that, take the stock. But Jen's going to answer back immediately with a huge forward smash. Beautiful stuff.
All right, well, if I'm not going to get a grab, then might as well look for the option that you don't know what's coming. Palutena smashes aren't often used, seldom up smash. And hey, that F smash certainly going to do it, as now we get to see what Zercon is made of, and certainly a jab walk with the F smash. That's a lot of damage.
No, that was definitely a really solid setup, but you got to keep in mind where that Lloyd Rocket is. If you get too crazy with your combos trying to get Mr.Zercon all beat up, you could be seeing a Lloyd Rocket kind of screwing that all up for you. But right now, 102%. The up air won't be enough. 2 turnips. Maybe if you had 3 turnips like Villager, it would have got it done.
But hey, it's consistency over high road. Do you want gas or do you want it to be consistent? I guess Zercon looking for these consistent setups, just like that fishing rod into up throw, a powerful kill throw off of the command hit. Suddenly, like, Zercon did not get hit all that much. This is a rather even game, especially given what Zercon's been able to do on hit.
Yeah, Jen definitely got to a hot start, but you know what? As soon as the brakes were pumped even a little bit, you allow Mr.Zercon to start playing their game, getting their space, getting their damage. And it's slowly starting to fall apart, though. Jen looked like they're getting back to how they were playing the beginning of the game, just trying to create all these frame trap scenarios on Mr.Zercon, just not allowing him to really get back to stage safely. Oh, barely missing that forward air.
And just missing the grab as well, but the chase down with back air, super clean from Jen, realizing, hey, yeah, I know that Zercon has been coming down with, when he has space, Zercon's been coming down with Slingshot to make the most out of that space, trying to keep Jen at bay. But Jen, while you can take a lot of stuff away from Palutena, and they have, you can't take away her raw speed, as he's just able to rush down Zercon when it mattered in that last game and take the stock before he let Zercon got a chance to set his feet.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a consistent thing that Jen had going against Mr.Zercon, and honestly ended up costing Mr.Zercon the game at the end there, which was generally when Mr.Zercon was ever above the stage and trying to just get back down safely. Jen would be throwing out that up air, right? Knowing that they're going to press air dodge. And like you mentioned, the speed, they were able to get some strong hits in there, continue to keep that pressure up. And that was a constant thing in all 3 games. It's just at the very end is when it mattered most. And Jen just got a nice position to be able to do it again and again and again. And that's what we saw there at game 3. Going to be moving on